Let's talk a little bit about the fall. Obviously, the doctrine of original sin carried with it human death, moral corruption, and guilt in Adam. Yet not everybody holds to the traditional original sin. An entire branch of Christendom, the Eastern Orthodox, believe in ancestral sin, but they don't believe in guilt in Adam. Bill, I'm going to ask you either reasonable faith or your own perspective. Is there an end time and space fall? How would you define original sin? I think you question guilt in Adam, but I'm going to let you share your thoughts.
Yes. Again, as a ministry, reasonable faith does not take a position on these questions. Personally, however, I have written in defense of the historicity of the fall of Adam and Eve into sin, and I think they were the floodgate through which sin entered the human race. Now, with respect to the classic doctrine of original sin, such as you have in St. Augustine, perhaps it might sound surprising to some that I don't find this doctrine taught in the Bible. When you read Genesis 2 and 3 in the account of the fall, there is no suggestion whatsoever that Adam and Eve's sin is imputed to every one of their descendants. And neither does Paul teach this in Romans chapter 5. I think that this is a doctrine that has very thin biblical credentials. And I'm talking about the doctrine that every person is held guilty and liable to eternal punishment because of what Adam did, that Adam's sin is imputed to me. I do not find as well in Romans 5 or in Genesis 2 and 3 any doctrine that we have a hereditary corrupted nature that has been passed down from Adam. And so while I do believe that there was a historic fall and what one might call a primal sin, a first sin,
yes,
I do not think that Adam's sin is imputed to us, nor that we inherit from him a corrupted human nature. I am interested in and open to the Roman Catholic view that Adam and Eve, prior to the fall, in the so-called state of integrity, enjoyed gifts of God's grace and strengthening of the Holy Spirit to be able to live a holy life before God, and so to control their instinctive biological desires that we share with other organisms. But that after the fall, this superadded grace and ministry of the Holy Spirit was withdrawn from Adam and Eve, which results in a disruption of their desires, so that now we do not have the strength in order to manage these fundamental biological instincts towards self-preservation that results in selfishness and immorality, and which stains our entire society and families and so forth. And so I think there can be a version of inherited sin if we think of it in terms of the loss of this superadded gift of grace in the Holy Spirit that occurred as a result of Adam and Eve's sin.